Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question comes to us from the True Stories collection, as in, it actually happened at an event that I was actually judging. Amy casts Ulamog and wants to exile 2 of Nick's lands. Nick doesn't want to lose those lands, so he uses Tishana's Tidebinder to counter that ability. When Ulamog resolves, we'll have Indestructible on the battlefield. So to answer this question, let's read the Tishana's Tidebinder ability carefully, and we can note that the second part of the ability happens if an ability of a creature is countered this way. Now, colloquially, we might see that and say that Tishana's Tidebinder countered Ulamog's ability and Ulamog is a creature, but officially, while it's on the stack, Ulamog counts as a creature spell, whereas because the Tishana's Tidebinder doesn't use any qualifiers in that ability, it specifically refers to a creature permanent on the battlefield, which is hinted at by the rest of the abilities text. Accordingly, because we did not counter an ability of a creature, we can say that Ulamog will still have its abilities once it gets onto the battlefield. I expect there are probably some viewers with rather advanced rules knowledge that this question might have tripped up because they remembered this rule here, and they thought it might apply. The canonical example of this rule working would be that if you used an artificial evolution to change a grizzly bear's spell on the stack into a human, then the grizzly bear's permanent on the battlefield would still be a human. But abilities are a characteristic too, which means that if some Tidebinder could change the abilities of a permanent spell on the stack, then that change would continue to apply to the permanent that spell became when it resolved. Unfortunately, the Tishana's Tidebinder isn't worded such that it is able to change the abilities of spells, so we would need a special wording, something like Judge Dave's Tidebinder here, in order for this to work out. I don't expect to ever see this templating on a real Magic card because, in addition to requiring knowledge of a relatively unknown rule to apply, it doesn't make a lot of sense mechanically either, since there are not a lot of abilities that function both on the battlefield and also on the stack. But that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling, but until then, I hope you have a great day.